When you watch a YouTube video, the first thing you probably notice is what the subject is talking about, or what the video is about in general. It might be a music video, a DIY video, a beauty tutorial, or even a vlog. If you saw this content on the TV or in a movie, would it look any different? The content of media tends to be the most obvious thing, and when content is the sole focus, additional thought is not given to the characteristics of the medium itself. Sometimes you need to stop and ask yourself how a vlog or reality television, in essence, would look and be different on a YouTube channel versus on cable TV. After disregarding the content, or at least trying, you then need to look at what Meyerowitz calls the grammar approach. This is focus on the unique grammar of each medium and the ways in which the production variables of each medium interact with content elements. Production variables themselves are used to alter perception of the message content. Unlike content, these media variables don't cross from medium to medium, and although some variables may appear in more than one medium, each medium has its own unique mix of variables. For example, still photography uses framing, low, level, and high angles, depth of focus, and cropping to change how a message comes across to the viewer, while TV and film use those production variables in addition to visual fades, ins and outs, still or shaking cameras, split screen or multi-images, cuts, dissolves, and length of shots. Framing is a production variable that appears in all visual mediums, but how does this affect how a YouTube viewer receives the message of a video? Edward Hall is known for his work in proxemics, or work in observing human spatial behavior patterns. He says that there are 4 spatial zones: intimate, personal, social, and public, that are discrete and measurable distances between two people that is determined by their relationship or type of interaction occurring. In everyday life, the intimate zone can be seen between a couple sharing a booth at a restaurant or between 2 teenagers having a late-night heart-to-heart at a sleepover. Meyerowitz says that the framing variable in particular creates a mediated distance between the viewer and the content of the image, something he calls paraproxemics. In essence, just like how the distance that people are interacting gives us clues to the relationship, the distance someone is to the camera gives us clues as to the type of relationship they want the viewer to feel they have while watching. In ItsJudysLife vlogs, she often films herself with intimate framing, which makes the viewer feel as though they are physically close to her or whoever is speaking, and creates a more intimate feel overall. For example, when Judy and her husband are filming themselves while in bed right when they wake up in the morning, it is an intimate near frame. Because ItsJudysLife is a daily vlogger, she and her husband, Benji, are used to sharing their lives with the YouTube world, making intimate framing a common occurrence. With ItsJudysLife in particular, the videos are normally filmed from Judy and Benji's perspectives, making you feel like you are living their lives with them. They also let their 4-year-old daughter, Juliana, vlog and use a traditional video camera filter on that footage with JB Cam to signal that footage is from her point of view. It makes the viewer feel as though they are in the body of a tiny toddler as you're seeing everything from her perspective. They also use objective shots very frequently, where they will dock the camera somewhere and go about their day. Judy does this all the time when she's cleaning, and Benji does it at the grocery store while he shops. This technique allows you to be a fly on the wall in their home and see the spatial distances that they keep with the other people in the shot and determine their relationships accordingly. In Judy's case, when she's cleaning her living room, her 3 little girls are running around her, clinging to her legs and jumping on each other. Even if the viewer was tuning in for the first time, they would see the intimate distances and know that everyone in the shot was family or at least extremely close. As expected, when the children are the ones controlling the camera, it's very shaky. Although this might be bothersome to some, it actually adds to the authenticity of the shot, as a small child wouldn't have the ability to keep the camera steady. When Benji and Judy are holding the camera, it is much more stable, but still moves as they're walking or talking because of the natural movement of their arm. It gives the impression that you're walking alongside them or actually standing across from them, because in real life, you breathe and switch which leg to put your weight on, all causing movement. The way a video is edited also affects the way a viewer might react to it. Judy and Benji edit the clips from their day, but do rather minimal editing. They use a Canon point-and-shoot camera that provides HD footage but use no additional video equipment. This camera provides above-average quality but not as high quality as a DSLR camera that other YouTubers use. They also use only natural lighting and the audio capabilities that are available with the camera instead of using a lighting setup or additional microphones. Their videos often average about 15 minutes in length and include longer, unedited clips, often over 30 seconds, as well as shorter snippets. They speed up some segments and add the JB camera effect when Juliana is filming, but do not add any transitions between clips and go from one to another in chronological order of their day. This minimal editing makes their videos feel slightly amateur, but that actually supports their channel's purpose. They position themselves as a normal family who simply share their lives on YouTube, and the production variables in their videos support that. Although It's Judy's Life claims to provide a real look into their family, there is no way to tell if they act any differently when the camera is not rolling or what footage they choose to leave out. Irving Goffman argues that all social roles are a performance where the individual actor highlights certain characteristics and conceals others, something he named impression management. With the performance comes what is in the front stage and the backstage. Goffman says that the front stage are the setting and the personal front. The setting, or how the stage is set, in It's Judy's Life videos is by a short clip of something to be seen later that day, and then the intro. The intro features quick clips of Judy and Benji kissing, Juliana walking, and then a shot of the entire family together on the couch. At the same time, you hear It's Judy's Life, which also happens to be the name of the channel as well as its purpose. The second part of Goffman's front stage, the personal front, refers to what is located within or on the performer himself. The personal front includes clothing, posture, facial expressions, and other parts of appearance. Because It's Judy's Life is meant to be an authentic look into a family, it only makes sense that their appearance supports that. Both Judy and Benji are often shown anywhere from in their bathrobes, to sport jerseys supporting their local Seattle Seahawks, to all dressed up for the special date night. They allow the viewer to see them in all states of life, everywhere from early in the morning to when they're emotional or simply grocery shopping. This is intended to make the viewer feel more connected to them, as well as though they are getting to see all parts of their lives, or allowed backstage. The premise of It's Judy's Life, and probably the key to their over 1 million subscribers, is this concept of backstage. They allow you into their home every single day, take you on vacation with them, and let you watch their children grow up. Meyerowitz says that Goffman's impression management leads to parasocial impressions. He says the front stage and backstage lead to identifying situations and characters, aligning or teaming the viewer with selected characters, and revealing relationships among characters. In this case of Benji and Judy, all of this definitely applies. Getting a look backstage is relative. If It's Judy's Life was only shot in one room in their home, a look into any other room would be getting a backstage glance. For the main It's Judy's Life channel, true backstage would be seeing all the footage that ends up on the cutting room floor or what was never filmed in the first place. The success of Judy and Benji's channel revolves around them coming across to their viewers as a friend, or media friend to be more specific. Outside of them being media friends, through their content and sharing their lives, they achieve media friend status through grammar variables. This is done in how they shoot themselves at a level angle in an intimate zone, how they use point of view shots so the viewer can see what they see, how they use objective shots to show the viewer the whole scene, how they minimally edit the footage to maintain its authenticity, and how they let the viewer backstage. This low-budget filming technique is something unique to YouTube and would not survive on television. This reality TV in its most basic form is not flashy, it isn't overly dramatic, and it only fills a 15-minute slot. However, for YouTube and It's Judy's Life, it works.